Alright, so continuing on my Maybelline look, I'm now going to be utilizing how I apply my foundation. The reason why I talk so much about Maybelline Cosmetics, I have mentioned in other videos that I've been a MAC user for many, many years. I mean, since my early 20s, and I'm about 37 years old now. So I would say I've definitely been a MAC user for well over 15 years. But just recently, I started utilizing Maybelline Cosmetics because I hadn't realized how much store-bought makeup has evolved. A lot of the things that I'm using today are really recent purchases, and the most exciting thing for me was I actually found a foundation that fits my skin that's just as good or as close as my foundation I use from MAC that I've been using for years. So basically what I'll be using in this video is, this is a Maybelline foundation. It's the consistency is in mousse form, which I've never used that actually for makeup, but I was intrigued by it because I normally use powders, as I've mentioned in other videos, on my face, and I'm really comfortable with powders. I like how they blend in with my natural oils in my skin, and they're just so easier to work with. My mother, you know, talking about her again, she only used to use liquid foundation. I find liquid foundation to be really messy. You got to get it on your hands. I really don't like getting a lot of makeup on my hands unless I'm testing colors of lipsticks or eyeshadows on the back of my hand. But actually applying it, I really don't. When I first got this particular foundation, you can kind of look at the mousse texture. I did utilize my hands because I didn't really have any tools, and this is now I'm working in a whole new foundation and a new way of playing with this kind of foundation that I'm not familiar with. Powder is very, very different than mousse. So like I had mentioned in my video prior, a lot of the brushes I'm using in the video are going to be Makeup Academy brushes. So when I bought these particular brushes, I already own a bunch of Makeup Academy brushes or travel kits that I've shown in other videos, but I bought these double-ended brushes from Makeup Academy because I wanted them specifically for my Maybelline Cosmetics. So when I saw this dual-ended brush, it's basically a foundation and concealer brush. The larger side is considered the foundation, so you kind of get a feel of what it looks like, and the concealer side is more a little bit smaller. Now when applying my makeup, like I said, I originally would dip my finger in and apply it to my face. I really didn't like that because I like my nails to be really clean. And if you're getting ready in the morning and you're already take a shower or bathed already, you don't want your nails looking like there's like brown stuff underneath it. So I'm really anal on things like that. So when I saw these dual-ended brushes, I was like, a light bulb went off, and I was like, that may be a good brush to utilize with my mousse. And I have the dual side to do where I want to get into small areas rather than use it for a concealer, because I normally don't use concealers. I use concealers for highlighting, or as I showed how I make a part in my non-lace front wig. But generally I don't really use concealers unless I have something really dark on my face. But my face, I don't feel like it's even tone, but where it's dark it's okay, where it's light it's okay. That's why I don't always wear a lot of foundation. But this particular foundation is really, if you know what a mousse, if you're familiar with what a mousse feels like, I'm using the foundation side of it, and all I do is dip just a little bit in it, because I learned with the mousse, a little bit goes a long way. So all I'm doing is just really kind of tapping it in a little bit, and I'm going to start on my chin, and I'm just blending upward. It really spreads out a lot. And you already see how my chin is already a little bit lighter from the makeup. And a little bit goes a long way with this makeup. And that's the other reason why I like it. And I find with the brush, it's a little bit easier to put on. So I'm just going to be working, and maybe I'll be chit-chatting while I'm applying it. when I'm applying it with the brush, I don't really use a lot of the makeup. I utilize a brush to really spread the makeup on my face. And I really find that what made me so excited about this particular mousse consistency, which I've never really used before, I love how it really, this is the side I have makeup on, and this is the side I don't have makeup on. I mean, you can't even tell if I have makeup on or not. The only thing that I find with the mousse texture is that it really leaves your skin flat. I don't know if it's used for skin that's oily, but definitely if you have normal skin, it would work really well for you. I don't know if it's considered full coverage, but I feel this makeup matches my skin better than my MAC foundation. Just now you can see a little bit on my forehead. So you kind of can see where I spread it on my forehead slightly. But it's such a good color for me that when I purchased this, I am ecstatic on the coverage and how it is like literally like my exact color. And even more so, the brush that I'm using is really, really, really making me use my product and spread it so well. So if you do decide to buy this Maybelline product and want to try it, I personally recommend buying this brush, this dual-ended brush, in conjunction with it. They do have a brush there that's like a blender brush that's, you know, merchandised with the Maybelline Cosmetics. But I think that anything that has a sponge in it is going to absorb a lot of the product, so a lot of the product won't get on your face. It'll be in the brush. But if you use this kind of brush, I think the product that, like this mousse, will go, you'll get your bang for your buck. It will go a long way. And I don't feel like you need much of this foundation to really get it on your skin. I mean, if you can get like a perfect shade like how I was so blessed to find, you really are going to be ecstatic about it. Like, you can't even tell that I have makeup on. I mean, I'm going underneath. In this video, I'm not going to really be contouring. I just really want to feature the Maybelline Cosmetics and just show you guys how well this mousse works in conjunction, you know, with, see, I added a little bit more, and I'm just going to keep dabbing it in different areas and just keep smoothing it over my skin until I feel like I'm done. But I feel like I'm pretty much done before I just did that last dip. I feel like I'm pretty much done with coverage. I really, really feel like I'm really done. But I want to just make sure I really covered my full face. But I mean, in terms of the consistency of this makeup, I mean, it is with this brush. I would not get that blender brush because you're not gonna it's really gonna eat up a lot of the product and absorb it. You really want this makeup to really get on your skin. And as you see, it's so easy to apply. I'm taking a little bit longer because I want to make sure everything's covered, but I want you guys to see how easy it is to apply without being messy. I really don't like applying makeup really messy. I really enjoy using brushes. Like when my mom, like I was saying before, she was more of a liquid foundation person, and she would pour makeup literally into the palm of her hand. There's a girl on YouTube that uses liquid foundation, and she does it the same way. She applies it like it's lotion on her face, and she applies it the same way that my mom applied hers. And to each his own. Everybody, just like as an artist, every artist has their medium. You know, some want to use oil paint, some use color pencils, some, you know, use whatever, you know, just regular pencils. Like, you have different medias, you know, to use and create with. And this is just one of them. So that's like my full coverage. of the makeup. Today my eyes, I told you, like, I'm really fatigued today. My eyes are really blurry, so sometimes I can't even see the timer. Even though I'm that close to the screen, I can't even see the time on the screen. So I'm already about 10 minutes in, so I do have time to go ahead with the blush. But I showed you the brush that I use. Once again, Makeup Academy CVS brand brush. This is the contour and highlighter brush. And you, just by looking at it, you can't get confused. I don't think they have that many dual-ended brushes. I think I bought all of them, as far as I know. I told you I'm a really big fan of CVS. The particular mousse I'm using, the color I'm using, if I can even see it, is Cocoa. That's the color I'm using on my face, but it says dark 3. So I don't even know what that means. Maybe they break it up into medium or not. I really don't know. I'm not that familiar with Maybelline Cosmetics. Like I said, I'm really new to using them, and I'm just so excited about them that I wanted to share this with the world, you know. So this is what my makeup foundation looks like. As you see, I spread it throughout my whole face. It's really, really close to my skin. And I'm very pleased with the texture. It doesn't feel heavy on my skin because, like I said, I use very, very little. So it feels pretty good. It feels a little bit oilier than my powder foundation. I can really feel it emollient on my skin. So this may be a good foundation to use maybe in the winter months to give me that feeling that something's creamy on my face. But it really is like matte. Like, it doesn't come off. It really is matte. It doesn't even come off on my hand. So that brush and the makeup really is matte, as you can see. And if you find the right shade, it's going to work wonders for you. So to touch upon something else that I probably can add in my video real quick before I get into the next video, I want to add in the blush. I'm going to be honest. It took a lot of times that I had to purchase, return to find the right blush for me. But this one is a Maybelline brush as well. It's called Fit Me. The one that I got is number 310 Deep Wine. I normally don't like a wine colored blush, so the name of it really took me aback. So I tried so many peachy versions that none of them worked. They all were too frosted. They were all too light for my skin color. And then finally I was like, well, okay, I've tried a bronzer. I've tried this blush. I've tried that. I'll try this one and see how it looks on me. And I got it, and it actually is the closest blush to my MAC brush, which I'll show in another video. I'm almost out of that blush, but I want to show in another video what exactly that I showed in another video what brush I use for it, but I have not yet featured the blush yet. And see, it's not really, when I wear blush, I don't like my blush to be too dark. I like it to look like you're really flush. I like it to look natural. That's why I like wearing bronzer a lot on my skin, because it makes you look really natural. It should be like a glow, you know, not a lot of my videos, you'll look at them and they will be really natural looking videos. I don't do all that craziness that you see online. I really want my videos to be about stuff that you can get from a drugstore or a department store in your local neighborhood. You know, if you really don't even have that, you can order a lot of this stuff online. You know, you can go to the CVS website or go to Belk, go to the MAC website, like really easy ways. I mean, some of these brands you can kind of get from any store, like even Walmart. So that's really what my videos are about. A lot of the videos I see online are really, really like professional, and not like, you know, people don't know how to do makeup like that, let alone have the time in the morning to put that much makeup on. See, I can layer a lot of blush on there, and there's my blush. I like my blush to look natural. Now, this is called Deep Wine, but it doesn't look wine on my skin. It looks very nice, little healthy flush. So that's the Maybelline Fit Me blush that I used. And once again, another dual-ended Makeup Academy brush. This one also, this is the contouring side and this is the highlighting side. I don't really use the highlighter side, at least not yet. I only use the contouring side. So, like I said, CVS, Maybelline, you could go, if you love what I'm doing, you could literally go to your local CVS or whatever drugstore you use and buy these cosmetics today. It's that simple, you know? So I'm going to follow up with my next video, and I'll see you just in a bit, and I will keep continuing. The next one will probably be strobing.